Good morning, America! You guys should be very proud of me that I haven't made a video in 2 weeks because that implies that I'm actually doing something with my exchange. So one of the requirements from the scholarship that we have is that we have to do a language course while we're here. And I signed up a little bit late and they didn't have enough places in the level that I was supposed to be in. So I decided to go and try the next level just to see how I could handle it. And it was really hard. I could understand a lot, but like my grammar, like when I'm speaking, I have a good feel for it, but when I need to specifically tell you exactly how it is, not gonna happen. But in this class, I met this really cool Russian girl who's 22 and she's an au pair matron, which is a nanny. Anyway, she didn't have any friends either, and she's been here about as long as I have, so about like 3 or 4 months. We started hanging out, and one day we were walking down the street and I heard these guys speaking English, and I'll have you know that's been one of my dreams since I've been here, just to hear people speaking English and be like, "Where are you from?" And then be like, "I'm from America." So that's exactly what happened, except we walked about 200 meters before I finally decided to go back and talk to them. So then we casually strolled up behind them while they stopped to look at a menu on the side of the road, and then I was like, "I heard you guys speak English. Where are you from?" They're like, "Rhode Island. We're here with a partner school of TU Braunschweig, and we're studying here for a whole year." So me, Oya, and then these three guys, all here, same amount of time. The problem was that about after 2 minutes of speaking with these guys, they were really nice, but I was like, I am on an exchange. Why am I so excited about talking to Americans? So then they were like, we could hang out next weekend, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And my friend Olia doesn't speak very good English, so she was kind of like picking up parts. But then before we left, I was just like, okay, bye. And they're like, what? And then she's like, what did you just do? I thought we were gonna hang out with them. And I was like, but they speak English. I'm here to learn German. But after a while, after about probably 2 minutes actually, when they were gone, I realized that was pretty stupid. That I'm here to make friends, and that Oya and I both were like, we don't have any, well, we don't have many friends. So, then we retracked and couldn't find them. So then, because this course that I was telling you about was too hard, I had to go to the university the next day and take another test. At the university where I took my placement test, I asked about exchange students because I heard that this program was a bigger, with a partner school, it wasn't just 4 or 5 guys that were here, it was actually a big group. So I asked about that, and this guy told me that there's seriously like over 100 international kids here, and that kids, university students here, and that they all have a Facebook group. So this guy gave me the Facebook group, and I posted, "Helpless exchange students seeking friends." No, not quite, but pretty much. What I said was that I was an exchange student, not in the university, but that my friend Olia and I are having difficulty meeting people because, with her job, she's not encountering a lot of people, and I'm in my school kind of encountering the same people over and over again, and, whether or not they're nice, we don't really do things together. And seriously, 12 or so people sent me a message. And every week or so that they do these two group activities, and on Tuesdays they meet in a bar and they speak German, and on Thursdays they meet in a bar and they speak English. And I met up with this guy that did an exchange to Michigan a few years ago, and we went to the Thursday one because when I posted it was like Wednesday or something. But anyway, and we brought my friend Olia too, except her English is, so we had an English speaking group with a German table. A lot of the people that had sent me messages that that didn't make any distinctive plans with were coming up like, hey, you're Chelsea, right? And like just, grabbing a seat. And it was really cool meeting people and hearing all these stories. And, of course, I'm here to integrate myself into the German culture and to gain an understanding of it. But to see all the different cultures integrated into the German culture was very interesting. Now advice relative to progression in exchange. Budget a social life. Ouch. first month or two of your exchange, you're like, what do I do with all this money? At the end of the month, you're like, yeah, I can splurge a little bit, or I can go out for a movie, or like, when somebody does invite you to do something, you're like, of course I got that, like I pay for everybody. But then you hit the social part of the exchange. And you guys know how it is at home. Okay, sweetie, here's your jacket. Be home at 9. You have school in the morning. Don't get pregnant. Don't drink. Here, I don't even have to ask to leave. I just have to leave a note and then be back at 1 or 12:30. Like send a text if I'm going to be late. And since I've been here, I've been getting a lot of, you drink a lot, don't you? Comments from back home. It's just like here, drinking is the equivalent of like, yeah, let's go get a coffee or let's have a movie night. It's just like, oh, let's go to the bar. It's just what people do. But what I was talking to my friend Mo about was that because people are so accustomed to it here, it's like not a big deal. Like if you went out drinking in the States, it'd be like, we're gonna get hardcore wasted. Here it's just like, yeah, let's go sit down and have a beer. So, I guess that's my response to you guys' comments. Yeah, I drink a lot, but here beer isn't even really alcohol. And I'm not out getting wasted. I'm out having deep, thoughtful conversations. Was it Albert Einstein? Right drunk, edit sober? Same deal, I guess. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that when you actually do start having friends, they do things every day of the week, all the time, and it almost always involves money. And then you find yourself 10 days through the month, what is today? 12 days through the month, thinking, what am I going to do for the rest of the month? But you just can't keep going. You can't keep going. So, budgeting, fairly relevant in an exchange. If you Illumini could help me out on this one, how did you handle getting back to the States? Because here, of course, we're not adults, but we're treated more like adults. If in the culture, not only in an exchange, but you know, there's a lot more freedom and a lot more responsibility. And I just quoted Spider-Man, not on purpose. But anyway, getting back, it'll be like, well, I can be out till 9. Ask to leave, parental managed finances, grade checks, babysitting. Leave the door open. Take your brother with you. Ah! I'm still at the beginning and I already feel like I'm leaving in like a week. Okay, but anyway, I have to go because I'm gonna go have lunch with a friend. So, comment, questions, stories. Guys, I need some help here. Can't just keep spewing at you. Anyway, thanks for your support, your comments. Those of you who message me, keep it up. And I will talk to you guys next week.